Just because we sign him doesn't mean we're going to have him. He was hurt 6 games last year. Seriously. We've signed, I remember signing a player for the highest paid at the position in the league, and he got knocked out 2/3 of the year, Dak Prescott. So there's a lot of things you can think about when you, just as the player does, when you're thinking about committing and guaranteeing money.
That's Jerry Jones, the new Joe Biden, or maybe Joe Biden. That's too harsh, but Jerry Jones is taking a lot of flack, and people are going off. Oh, why would Jerry Jones start the season out taking a pot shot at Dak Prescott, his quarterback and highest paid offensive player? Why would he start the season taking a pot shot at Micah Parsons, his pass rusher, his highest paid defensive player? Oh, he's taking these terrible pot shots. I don't think those were pot shots. I think that's an old man speaking facts. And that's what old people do. Once you get old, you don't give a damn. And you just start saying what you really think. I've said for years, like, that old people become babies. That they just revert back to being babies. And the last thing you want to do is ask a child a question and want that child to massage the answer that he gives. Hey, you ask a 8-year-old kid, Jason Whitlock goes up to an 8-year-old kid, do you think I'm fat? Yes. They're not massaging the answer. You go ask an old person, Jason Whitlock goes up to an old person, you think I'm fat? Hell yeah, you're fat. Yeah, this is what old people do. They don't have a filter. And so they just say what they really think. And Jerry Jones is sitting there like, hey, man, I've been doing this a long time, and we done paid people a lot of money. And a lot of times it doesn't work out, and it's just money out my bank account that I never get any return on investment for. I've been out here chasing Super Bowls for 30 years without Jimmy Johnson. And do you know how much money I've blown chasing these Super Bowls, paying guys? Hell, we paid Dak Prescott $50, $60 million a year. He can't stay healthy. He throws interceptions. He's overrated. That's Jerry Jones. He's just keeping it real. He's an old person. He's in his 80s. He doesn't care anymore. And yes, there is. Now, I will say this. When I heard those comments, I'm like, he's got a little touch of dementia. He's not speaking as passionately and as quickly and as clearly as he used to. And so that happens too. And it's like your mind gets so filled up with so much information over the course of 80 plus years that you don't have time to sit there with, well, let me filter this out. Let me filter that out. You just kind of say what you think. And you know, Jerry Jones has always been more outspoken, more honest than most people. And so it's only going to get worse. And it's just, it's like me. I'm not 80, but the older I get, the less patience I have to say things that won't upset and won't rile up people. And I mean, so you watch this show, you watch the things that I say on this show. I sit there sometimes, I can't believe I just said that. I can't believe I'm going to say that. Anyway, I got my own top 10 of top black TV sitcoms. This is the proper listing and order. And so there should be no question, no debate about any of this. The Cosby Show, I will put at number 1. It was just way too popular. It's probably not the funniest. It's probably not even the most rewatchable for me. But I'm not going to deny its popularity, cultural impact. There's other things that make the Cosby Show number 1. And so it's if it was just based on laughs And for a sense of humor like mine, it would have to be Sanford and Son. Red Fox, more my style of comedian. Again, I'm a work in progress. I love The Cosby Show, but you probably could have never paid me to go see Bill Cosby do a stand-up comedy routine. I'm an Eddie Murphy guy. I'm a Richard Pryor guy. I'm just keeping it real. And I don't listen. I don't go back and watch any of these guys now. It's too profane for me. But that is who I am at the end of the day. So, but anyway, Cosby Show number one, and then it's Fred Sanford, not Sanford and Son, not number two in my book. Good Times. If for those of you too young to remember Good Times, if you haven't watched the replays, Good Times, just an amazing show. An amazing show. Very, you can rewatch it. I own the DVDs. Great story about a family in Chicago, a dad, James Evans, that's there and trying to be a rock for his family. And obviously Jimmy J.J. Walker became the breakout star. Kid Dynamite, and had a crush. Who didn't have a crush on Thelma in the 1970s when this was popular? And so I would put them at number two. Then I would put Sanford and Son at number three. The Jeffersons, George Jefferson, we moving on up. I'd put them at number four. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, love that show. Will Smith, back when Will Smith wasn't gay or we didn't know he was gay. He was just a rapper and funny and awesome show. Him and Carlton, the dynamic between those two, amazing. Uncle Phil, who could ever forget Uncle Phil? Martin, in a very close race with the Fresh Prince. I would put him at number six. Martin Lawrence, incredible. He and Gina and what they accomplished. I've seen A Different World rated way too high by some people. Good show. Good, very good show. Companion show to The Cosby Show. Very popular, did well in the ratings. Great show. I've seen lists, this next show that I'm going to list at number 8, I've seen lists that completely leave them out of the top 20. What's Happening? Hey, if you don't remember What's Happening, and if you don't remember how great that was, Big Shirley and that whole crew, holy cow, What's Happening was amazing. Different Strokes, Gary Coleman. What you talking about, Willis? Amazing show. And then Family Matters rounds out my top 10. And then there's one honorable mention. This is just on my Sex in the City. And yes, I know that there were no black people involved with Sex in the City, but I have a weird obsession with Sarah Jessica Parker, and I have fond memories of watching the show Sex in the City. It's not a black TV sitcom, but whenever I talk TV, I love to mention Sex in the City because it's one of my favorite shows, and and it speaks to when I wasn't pursuing holiness. I used to watch that show on Sundays with a young lady that I remember fondly.
Help us grow the Fearless Army. Pound that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with all your fearless friends.